Okay, like the video. Thank you very much. So this is a review of Echo episode 4. Just watched it just now. So it does. It starts. It's not a flashback of Native Americans. This is like showing the past of Kingpin, right? So it starts out really well. So it starts out good. So it shows when Maya is a little girl and she's coming out of school. She goes up to an ice cream vendor man and she asks for an ice cream, but he doesn't understand her sign language or what she's saying. So he keeps asking her, saying, talk up, because he doesn't even know she's dead. And she starts crying, runs away. Kingpin's nearby. I think he's going to pick her up after school. And she goes into the car and he's watching all this. He gets very angry at the vendor. So he goes out, gets him in an alleyway, and he just pummels him. There's blood pouring all out of his face. Kingpin's completely dressed in white, so that he's just like has blood strokes all over his suit. His suits are ruined. What happens is he calls up his men. He said, "Can you get me a new suit? 'Cause I don't want Maya to see this." Well, Maya's seen it. She's in the alleyway. She's seen everything. He thinks. Kingpin's first reaction is that she's going to hate him for what he did to this man, but instead she just runs up to the guy who's on the floor like half dead, and she kicks him a couple of times. She was pretty rotten as a kid. So she doesn't see him as a villain. I think the episode was trying to say that she didn't see him as a villain. She saw him as a hero that punished other bad guys. Or the episode saying she was misled somehow to believe that he was a hero and he was getting her to punish other bad guys. I think that was the message of the whole episode. But okay, so it starts out really well. From the last episode 3, Kingpin is there and you find out he's alive and he wants to talk to Maya. He talks to her. He actually doesn't use any sign language anymore. He can use. He's got this little device. He gets his men to hold Maya down. He puts a little like contact lens into an eye, and now she can see his sign language. He can just talk, and she sees an image of somebody sign language, and she doesn't need to do any sign language with her hands because the device just speaks in a voice, so they can just communicate like that. Yeah, that was good. Basically, he wants, I think he's trying to forgive her about her trying to kill her. He asks, can we talk in private, have a dinner? And he says, I will offer you the kingdom. I will give you a kingdom. You just need to come back to me in New York. And in the meantime, I will wait at a casino hotel for your answer. He will stay a couple of days at the casino and then leave. So she's like, so that happens. So the part with the Kingpin's really good. Later on, Maya just ends up having another like flashback, and then she falls asleep or unconscious. Then her friend or uncle takes her back to her grandmother's because he thinks the grandmother might know something to help her. And they have a conversation about these beings who come and help women or when they really need help. They didn't exactly. They still haven't explained it really well about the whole these magical Native Americans. They have not explained what they are, aliens or what's happening. I like to get a good explanation, but we are where we are. So the grandmother goes into more. They talk about how the grandmother didn't want any contact with her husband, the husband of her daughter, after her daughter passed away. She describes how these Native Americans saved her life and her unborn daughter's life because she had complications during birth, so they saved her. They come to people who really need help, like I think just in that tribe or that bloodline. I think there's some bloodline connection. So that happens. They just saw birth. They show the grandmother just having problems with birth and her giving birth, and that was kind of boring. It wasn't boring. It's just I don't know. It didn't do anything for me. I didn't enjoy it. Then later on, she goes Maya's kind of thinking, she goes back to the casino to see Kingpin, and she points a gun at him, right? And Kingpin is like, oh, I killed my father with a hammer. If you really want me to be gone, here's the hammer I killed my father with. You can just bash my brains in, and then you can move forward with your life, and you can just leave. Yeah, just move forward without me. Yeah, it was really good scene. Actually, the part with the grandmother when she's explaining about how she had problems with birth, Maya shows some emotion. She starts crying a little bit, so that was good because I think Maya. The problem with Maya, well, I mean, problem with a lot of the characters. I think that I just don't feel them emotionally. I don't. So it's good that Maya's showing emotion. That scene, that was good. And the scene with Kingpin, Maya and Kingpin in the hotel, where he's handing the hammer and said, "Bash my brains in," that was a good scene. So it's weird, like the parts where Kingpin is in it, I enjoyed. Then the parts with just Maya and the other characters by themselves weren't as good. It was like it was going in and out of a good episode. So it was like going in and out of episode that's really good to one that's really bad. That was it really. And so in the end, Kingpin she doesn't kill Kingpin. I seem like she decided to forgive him, or she decided to get more time to think about her decision. So he's offering her to be the Queen Pin, right, of New York. So he's going to give her, I don't know, maybe give her everything after he passes away, or maybe, give her training or apprenticeship to become his replacement after he's gone. So I think that's the idea. So he ends up in a private aircraft plane on a runway. He's waiting for her, and she doesn't turn up. Some of the Kingpin's men who's been following her says she's just gone. She's gone, and you see her just traveling away on the bike. So it seems like she's thought about everything, and she's not, gonna take him up on the offer, even though she wanted the position. So he is offered her the position, forgiven her. He's forgiven her, and he's offered her everything she wanted. But now she's like, no, I don't want it. After episode 4, I don't want to be like Kingpin. I don't know why. I think maybe after she spoke with her grandmother, something changed in her. I'm not sure what that could be because they didn't make it obvious. I don't know. It seems dope. But it could be that she hasn't forgiven him about that. I think he had something to do with her father's death. He might have set up her father to die. And yet she didn't really ask him why he did that. I'm sure he set up her father to die. She didn't go, why did you even do that? Why did you kill my father? I mean, I thought you got along. Or I thought you were like, even the Kingpin says, Maya, you're like my daughter. So she never goes, then why did you kill my other father? Was it like there could only be one father? You wanted to be my only father and you needed to kill the biological father? She never explains that. She never even asks any questions. She's off on the bike. So that happens. So episode 4, let me know your thoughts if you've watched this. I'm still watching it. I think there's 4 more episodes left. Hope it gets better now that Kingpin's coming. I hope we see a lot more Kingpin episodes. Everything goes up. Kingpin's a really big guy. He's a massive guy. The actor who plays him, I don't know if he's that big or they, put padding in his suit or something to make him even big. But he's like a huge guy. Yeah, hope there's more Kingpin. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the video, share the video, use the links in the description. Use the links in the description to support the channel. Thank you very much. Bye. Love you.